This is a quick tutorial to show you how I've built some of these activities for the DISD Tech playlist. So what I do is I go to Schoology and I open up Canva. If you're from another district, Canva is actually available to all educators for free. So reach out to the company and get yourself a Canva free pro account if you don't already have one. So here, what I'll start with is on the left-hand side, I kind of like to start with templates. And I think what I'll build for this particular activity is maybe a science experiment or a lab report. So let me search the templates for lab report. And this isn't exactly what I want, but I really like the colors in this one at the top left. So I'm going to click on this one and then customize this report. So what I will do here is I can go in and I don't want it to be a food lab report. I just want it to be a lab report. Probably take out the text boxes that are there because that's where I want my students to type. Yeah, they can put the date in there. So if I just wanted to say date, I don't want it to say October because they'll want to change that to their date. And that I want to left justify or move it over a little bit. So I'm just kind of deleting these things. This report has nothing to do with a cookie or food, so I will take those sorts of things out. I can't quite see real good on this, so I might need to make it a little bit bigger. Um, Even here, probably all of this text, I'll go ahead and take out so that my students can put their own text in there. If you have something specific you want them to have, you could do that. You'll notice these are all just elements of the report. Pretty much, oh, I don't want it to say I want it to say date. Move that over a little bit and we'll take a look at the second page. Um, going to, again, this is where I want my students typing, so I'm just deleting all of the text in here, and then it doesn't have cookies in it. Maybe conclusion I want over here on the left-hand side, and then I don't need this. So a lot of times with templates, I just choose one that I like the colors on, or maybe some of the images, and then I build with it from there. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and now download it and then see what size it is and then put it in as the background of a Google slide, and then I will build text boxes on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and share, download. You could do both pages at once. Sometimes I just like to do one page at a time. So I'll go ahead and do page one, download it, and then I'll make a note of the size it ended up at. I'm actually going to click download again just so that I know the size. So it's 1545 by 2000 pixels. So then what I do to make this as the background for a Google Slides is I just, create a new Google Slides presentation, create and share it the same way. The first thing I do is I'll obviously give it a title, so lab report. Then what I do is I go into the page setup, and so that the image looks good as a background on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize the slide's size to that same pixel size. So it was 1545 by 2000. I like to work with blank slides. I'll delete this one and then I just go into the background. I choose an image. I can actually drag it from here to there, browse it on my computer. So that's what my first page will look like. And then my second page, I will go in and download the second page of this in Canva. So download, not all pages, but the second page, kind of rinsing and repeating here. So I'll create another blank slide. Then I go to the background on this one, choose the image. You see, did I actually download it? I don't think I did. Drag it in. And then what I actually like to do is I will pick this slide, the one that has a caption, because I want when my students get in there to type, I want it to say click to add text. So I like to make this one so that it's left justified and at the top. I'll adjust this a little bit. You know, pick your favorite font, maybe, of course, not Arial or Times New Roman, maybe something like Century Gothic. And now what I do is I copy that text box and then paste it over here. And now just kind of keep building on these. You know, you might make it a little bit smaller of a font. So maybe like 24 might be a good font. It's not too terribly small. We can still see it. Maybe I'll make that 30-point font. Yeah, I like that one. So I'm just going to duplicate this box and then move it over to my other areas and resize it so that it fits in those spaces. And I'll pause as I do this and show you what the finished product looks like. So it's taken me a minute to kind of do all the little text boxes here, not very long. I'm just going to finish up my final text box here. And then I go ahead and delete this slide. Now I have something that I can assign to my students in Schoology or Google Classroom or any other programs that support Google Slides.